You're gravely mistaken if you think someone could take my place. I don't just exist in your world. I am a force that shapes it, and no one could ever step into my shoes without disrupting everything. I am not just a visitor in your life. I'm a permanent fixture, someone whose presence can't be replaced, no matter how hard someone might try. The love I have for you is not something that can be given away or replaced. I am your one constant, and no one else could ever fill the space I hold in your life. The strength of my presence is not something that can be easily replaced. It is rooted in the deepest parts of us, and no one else can carry the love and loyalty I have for you. What we have is a rare and precious thing, something that cannot be replicated. If you think anyone could take my place, you have not yet realized that I am irreplaceable in your world. I am not just someone passing through your life. I am someone who is meant to stay, to fight, and to love you in ways no one else can. There's no room for anyone else to replace me. I stand by you not because I have to, but because I choose to. And if you think anyone else could take my place, you've misunderstood the depth of my devotion to you. If you really think someone could replace me, you haven't truly seen the bond that holds us together. No one else can bring the same energy, love, or understanding that I offer. There is no shadow in your life where someone else could stand in my place. I am the light that guides you, and no one else could ever shine in the way I do for you. Our connection is built on something deeper than simple time spent together. If you think anyone else could replace me, you've failed to recognize the sacredness of what we share. I didn't come into your life to leave it. If you believe anyone else could take my place, you don't understand the unbreakable bond we've formed together. You can't replace a person who was meant to be by your side. I've earned my place in your heart, and that's not something anyone can take from me. If you believe that someone else could ever stand in my place, you're wrong. I am the one who has been through the storms with you, and no one else could ever have that history with you. I am not just here for the moment. I am here for the long haul. And if you think someone could replace me, you're not seeing the bigger picture of our connection. The place I've carved in your life is one that no one else can occupy. If you think someone could replace me, then you've missed the true meaning of what we've built together. If you believe someone could step into my life and fill my place, you're wrong. What I bring to you is irreplaceable, and no one can offer you the same love and devotion I do. I've never been one to step aside for another. If you think anyone could replace me, you're mistaken. I am the one meant to walk beside you, no one else. What we share is not something that can be copied or replaced. If you think anyone could take my place, you're gravely mistaken, for I stand here as your one true love. There's no one else who could fill my shoes. If you think someone else could take my place, you've misunderstood the power of the bond we've created together. If you think anyone could step into my life, you don't understand what I stand for. I am not just here temporarily. I am someone you can depend on, and that place is mine alone. I am not replaceable. If you think someone else could step into the life we've built together, you're gravely mistaken, because no one could bring what I bring to the table. If you think anyone could replace me, you've lost sight of the unique bond we share. There's no one else who could offer you the same loyalty, love, or understanding I do. The place I hold in your life is one that no one else can take. If you believe someone could fill my spot, you're underestimating the depth of my commitment to you. What we have is irreplaceable. If you think anyone could take my place, you're not seeing the heart and soul I put into everything we've built together. No one else could walk the path we've walked together. If you believe someone could replace me, you're mistaken, because no one could understand you the way I do. I don't just occupy a place in your life. I've earned it through every moment we've shared. There's no one who could ever replace me, because what we have is one of a kind. I don't just exist in your life, I shape it. If you think anyone else could replace me, you're failing to see the uniqueness of the bond we share. There's a space in your heart that only I can fill. If you think someone else could take my place, you're missing the point of what we've built. I've fought for us, for this place in your life, and no one else could replace me, because what we have is something rare and beautiful. If you truly believe I would let anyone else take my place, you are gravely mistaken. What we share is irreplaceable, woven into the fabric of our connection, and no one else can walk in the shoes that are meant only for me. The thought that someone could ever replace me in your life doesn't just sting. It shatters the belief I have in the uniqueness of our bond. I stand here, unwavering, because I am meant to be where I am, and no one else could fill the space I've carved in your world. When I give my all, it's not for just any fleeting moment or for someone to step into my place. It's a vow to remain by your side, through thick and thin, with no room for others to replace the depth of my commitment. If you think anyone could ever take my place, you've failed to see the depth of my devotion. I'm not just someone passing through your life. I'm a presence built on trust, connection, and unwavering belief that what we have is one of a kind. I am more than just an occupant of your world. I'm the heartbeat of your soul, a companion who will never step aside. You're mistaken if you think anyone else could ever take my place and offer you the same unwavering loyalty. To believe that someone could walk in my shoes is to misunderstand the very nature of who I am to you. There is no replacement for the bond we've built, and I stand firm knowing no one can take my place. If you truly believe that anyone could replace me, you've missed the point of everything we've shared. What we have is irreplaceable, and it's the kind of connection that no one can replicate, no matter how hard they try. The place I hold in your heart is not one that can be transferred. I am not someone to be replaced, but someone whose presence is deeply embedded in every corner of your world. Thinking anyone could replace me is an illusion. What I offer is unique, a reflection of my soul that no one else can carry in the same way, and I will always stand in the space where I belong. If you think I'd step aside to let someone else take my place, you're not seeing the depth of what I'm committed to. I am here, solid, steadfast, because this is where I'm meant to be, and no one else can take that from me. When we build something together, it doesn't belong to anyone but us. The thought that someone could replace me undermines everything we've created and everything I stand for. There is no second option for the bond we share. I am not just a transient figure in your life. I am someone who belongs right where I am, and if you think anyone could replace me, you don't understand the essence of what we've built. The strength of our connection is beyond replacement. I have invested everything in being right where I am, and no one could ever take my place without destroying the heart of what we've worked so hard to create. If you really believe that someone could fill my place, you've lost sight of the fact that what I offer is irreplaceable. This space, this love, and this bond were meant for no one else but me. There's a special place only I can fill, and to think anyone else could do the same is a mistake. Our connection, our love, our understanding is built on trust that no one else can carry. I've fought for every moment we've shared, and the idea that someone else could replace me doesn't just break my heart, it undermines everything we've ever been to one another. You might think that someone else could take my place, but the truth is, the role I play in your life is unique, irreplaceable, and unshakable. No one else could fill that space, no matter how hard they tried. If you think someone else could walk into my shoes, you haven't yet grasped the depth of the love and loyalty I bring. There's no vacancy for anyone else to take my place because I am exactly where I belong. The bond we share is something no one can replicate, no matter how much they try. If you think anyone else could ever take my place, then you're not seeing the depth of my commitment to you. It's not just a place I occupy, it's a promise I've made to you. To think someone could take my place is to misunderstand everything we've been through and the bond we've formed together. I don't stand in your life as someone you can replace. I am the one who's woven into your heart, and I'll always be the one who stands beside you, no matter the trials life throws at us. If you truly believe that anyone else could ever take my place, you're mistaking what we have. This bond we share is one that no one else could fill because it was created by the unique love and energy we share. My place in your heart is not for anyone else to occupy. If you think anyone else could replace me, you're missing the truth that no one else could love you the way I do or understand you the way I can.